We are on the air. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to live coverage of Orioles baseball, where tonight the Baltimore Orioles will play the final game, the rubber match of a 3-game series against the Boston Red Sox at Camden Yards. How you doing, everybody? It's your old pal Steve here, also known as the BirdWatcher, a.k.a. BW, whatever you want to call me. That'll work. Glad to have you back, folks, fellow bird watchers, tuning in for another exciting Orioles game. And I also want to extend a hello and greetings to those who might be new to my channel. Welcome in. This channel just started up a couple of months ago in time for this 2024 season. My mission is to offer live play-by-play and commentary for every Orioles game all season long, from start to finish. All right, good to see. Folks, I'm going to have to tell you up front, I'll probably need to say it again when more people have shown up. I am really under the weather today, but I'm going to do my best to charge through. We got an off day tomorrow, and I'll be needing that off day very much. But until then, BW is here to guide you through today's game, the final game of a 3-game series with the Red Sox. The Orioles winning the first, the Red Sox winning last night. And yes, this channel is for Oriole fans or baseball fans in general to follow Orioles baseball games all season long. And if you are new, do give it a chance. And if you enjoy what you watch or hear, do think about subscribing to the channel. We are just 40 some odd people away from hitting 1,000 on the channel. A huge milestone. Counting down the days, it could be as early as this weekend, I would think, based on averages. But yeah, so join on up. And for folks who are just settling in here now, don't forget to hit that like button. You can go ahead and get that out of the way. It's a little thumb right below your screen. It helps out the channel, and I'd really appreciate it. So tonight, we need a victory, right? We're coming off a tough loss. Any loss is tough. But, yeah, it was a bit of an ugly affair yesterday, and I want to make things right. And the best guy to turn to, and this is why you have an ace on your staff, folks. You need a win. You need to turn your luck around. You go and you call on Corbin Burnes. And that's who the Orioles have out on the mound today. Burnes with a 4-2 record, an ERA of 2.60, a 1.07 whip. He gives up half a dozen homers so far this season, but they're usually solo shots. Burnes, he does labor from time to time in starts, but at the end of the day, you look at those final stats, and the numbers speak for themselves. He'll be facing Kutter Crawford, another fine starter in this Red Sox rotation. Record of 3-3, but a very nice ERA of 2.89 and a whip of 1.20. He gives up no home runs virtually, only 4 and 62 in the third innings. So the Orioles known for hitting the home run ball. Crawford known for not giving them up. Something's got to give. We'll see. As I put my glasses back on for a sec, I'll be getting up the stream here in a moment, but let's go ahead and get up the starting lineups as well. I'm just going to blow right through these, folks. Again, tonight, your boy is really under the weather. It's all in the stomach, I'll be honest. I ate something from a restaurant last night that, let's just say, I won't be ordering from there again. My stomach is going through it. And even my hot cup of coffee, I feel nervous about sipping on because feeling a little bit queasy, folks. I think queasy is the word I'm looking for. The Red Sox lineup looks like this. Jarren Duran will lead off and play left field. Wilyer Abreu will bat second and play right. Rob Refsnyder hitting .347 now. And hitting third in this Red Sox lineup, he'll DH. Rafael Devers, the cleanup hitter, batting fourth, as cleanup hitters do. He'll play third base. Connor Wong will hit fifth and catch. Dominic Smith at first base. Vaughn Grissom at second. David Hamilton at short. And Cedon Rafaela in center. For the Orioles, leading off and playing short, Gunnar Henderson. Ryan Mountcastle moved up to the 2 spot, playing first base. Adley Rutschman is getting the entire night off. He's not DHing. He's not catching. Ryan O'Hearn will be the DH. He'll hit third. Colton Cowser again in the cleanup spot in left field. Anthony Santander will be in right field batting fifth. Cedric Mullins in center hitting sixth. Jorge Mateo up in the 7th spot at second base. Ramon Urias getting a rare start at third, batting eighth. And finally, James McCann will do the catching tonight and bat ninth. All right, I'm going to work on getting this game up. Folks, I hope you're doing well there in the Charm City chat. I'll be sure to say hello to you here in just a sec. And I do apologize in advance for what might be more of a muted presentation tonight. Maybe a little less excitement. Maybe a little less rabble-rousing from your boy, the BirdWatcher. I need to kind of keep it easy if I want to make sure I don't get queasy. I didn't mean to make that rhyme, but it happens all the time. All right, that is very loud. Let me turn down the volume on this sucker. Good Lord. All right. Well, I'm going to have to watch the New England Sports Network tonight. No home team coverage for me. Got to watch the enemy. All right. Well, JJ's here. How you doing, JJ? Your Phillies wrapped it up. I saw they couldn't hang on to that shutout, though. So, for all the fickle Philly fans, we won, but why didn't we shut them out? I can't wait to have something similar happen in tonight's chat. Or somebody on the Orioles will only be 3 for 4. But, yeah, good to have you in, JJ. Folks, play-by-play with JJ. Yeah, that reminds me. Guess what? You're a mod. And now that you're a mod, go ahead and drop in your link, my friend. And, folks, we got a few minutes before the game starts. If you want to pop over to JJ's channel, give him a sub and pop on back, do it. JJ covers the Phillies. Now, you might be saying to yourself, BW, I'm not a Phillies fan. What am I going to do watching the Phillies? Well, I'll tell you, the same reason I do and the same reason why I watch the Yankees and some of their coverage. Folks, if there's one thing I've been taught over the years, it's something by a man named Zach De La Rocha, somewhere around 1992, and that is to know your enemy. Know your enemy, folks. I got a feeling the Phillies just might be coming up in October against us. I don't know. I got a hunch that the 83 series rematch is coming. I don't know. But regardless, folks, if you do enjoy a good play-by-play man, I'm not the only one out there. I might be the best, but I'm not the only one. JJ does a great job, so check him out. All right? Fantastic. Hey there, Base, Book Doc, Carrie, Chris. There's the link, folks. Matt, Steph, how you doing? I'm a Mariners fan, but I do like what you have done in Baltimore. There's a whole lot to like, Steph, and hopefully a whole lot more to come. We're only scratching the surface of what this team is capable of doing here over the next several years. Kurt, how you doing? Cam? Lineup is so good. Steph, this is actually one of our weaker lineups. Adley's not in it. Urias is. McCann. Yeah, the bottom of the order, normally a little bit stronger. No Westberg tonight, by the way. That's the big news. That's the news I really failed to offer you guys, is Jordan Westberg is day-to-day. If you're watching last night's ball game, he took a pitch off the hand or maybe the wrist, somewhere where the two meet. And I got a feeling that's the reason why they're going to have him out. He's not on the DL for now. That is good news. But, yeah. Absent, along with Adley Rutschman, noticeably in the lineup today, is Jordan Westburg. But, hey, we got Corbin Burnes on the mound. We still have what many would consider to be a very good-looking lineup. I mean, Steph said so right here and now. Right, so Nostradamus predicts a lot of runs. I think he's wrong. What did he ever know? Hey there, Janet. How you doing, hon? Okay, folks, we're about to get underway. Folks, a reminder, if you're going to be watching the game along with me as I do the play call, what you're going to want to do is get your remote in your hand and pause the game as soon as the first out of the game is recorded. If it's a strikeout, a runner thrown out at first, or somebody catches a fly ball, as soon as that out's made, pause your game on your remote. Allow me to catch up, make that call right here on the mic, and as soon as I'm done with that call, you unpause your game, and you're all synced up and ready to go for the rest of the ball game. And once again, folks, if you're new, completely up to you whether or not you want to participate in the Charm City chat. It's here for you if you want it. The folks are good and friendly. We like to keep it charming here in the Charm City chat. We got folks like Janet helping to keep things nice and smooth. All right, we're ready to go, folks. First pitch of the ball game is moments away. Jarren Duran stepping into the batter's box. And Corbin Burnes has got the sign. Here we go. First pitch of the ball game is over the plate, but a little bit low for ball one. Duran hitting .265. It's not the most impressive lineup you'll see, but this same Red Sox lineup, they got it done last night. This pitch is low as well, 2-0 the count. As I was pointing out in the first game of the series, as long as you can keep Rafael Devers quiet, you should be in good shape. But Devers had 4 hits last night, and that is indicative of our inability to win. There's a called strike, 2-1 the count on Duran. Pretty overcast day, not a very large crowd yet at the ballpark. This one is hit foul off to the left, and the count 2-2. I really don't like these 6:35 starts. I really don't understand how they expect people to get off work, swing by the house, do the things you got to do before you go out to the ballpark. I mean, you're already speeding up the games with the pitch clock and what have you. I feel like 7:05 would be fine. Here's a ground ball on the foul side of first base. 2-2 the count on the leadoff man here in the top of the first. I mean, I see just seas of empty green seats, and I got a feeling they'll eventually get filled up. I see people strolling down every aisle there is, but I mean, we got Orioles Red Sox here. I want a packed house. 2-2 pitch, low for ball 3. So when you talk about Corbin Burnes, folks, this is kind of what I mean. I get it. First batter of the game, BW. Don't blow everything out of proportion, but I just like to see Burnes not get into so many full counts. There's a strikeout. And I tell you what, folks, 98-mile-an-hour cutter, and that is a microcosm of Corbin Burnes for you. I mean, it took 7 pitches to put away the first batter, but he does so in style, blowing him away with that cutter on the outside edge. I mean, I enjoy the result. It's just the journey that's gives me the anxiety. One away. Here's Wilyer Abreu. Takes low for ball 1. There you go, Janet. Yeah, you got the kids. You got to figure out, what are we doing? We're going to eat something, and we got to have to get something at the park. Maybe that's what they want you to do. They want to force you to have dinner at the ballpark for $80 instead of, $30. This one is inside 2-0. I mean, the one thing I will say is that we are playing the last game of the series, and Boston is on the road. Normally, this is a getaway day game for the road team, and you play in the afternoon. Here's a called strike on the outside edge. Abreu doesn't like the call. The count 2-1. So a little bit earlier start time, I guess, is fair to the Red Sox so they can jump on a plane a little bit quicker. Swing and a miss on a curveball. 2-2 the count. Boston's pitcher today is on your fantasy team. Well, Rob, what's more important, reality or fantasy? In terms of Orioles baseball, I think you got to go with reality. Take it on the chin today for your fantasy team, Rob. Plenty of time to make it up, but I hope for your sake, your fantasy team is blown up tonight. This one is fouled off to the right, and it's still a 2-2 count. So another deep count coming. This will be the 6th pitch to Abreu. Just getting started here. And the pitch is a breaking ball, swung on and missed, hits the dirt. McCann will have to throw to first to complete the out. He does. And there you go. 13 pitches to get the first 2 batters, but the result is 2 strikeouts. And here's Rob Refsnyder. I'm telling you, Corbin, I would trade a strikeout for a 1-out pop-up any day of the week because I want you to go like 7 innings plus. Scoreless. All right, Refsnyder's first pitch to him is low and away for ball 1. JJ's already crying. JJ, there's so much time to go. Do I know any other traditional play-by-play announcers on here? My friend Harry Carey is on standby. This one is hit up in the air to center. A high fly ball. Mullins with plenty of time to camp under it, and he makes the catch. That's it in the top of the first. Red Sox go 1-2-3. Going to the bottom half now. Boston nothing, and the Orioles coming up. We need a win. As long as we win and strike out a lot. But nah, it's whatever. We need this win. Hey, BW, let's go O's. How you doing, Chilo? Simple 1, 2, 3. Yep. Boston's pitcher is on your fantasy team. Huh? Is it Kutter Crawford? I've already forgotten who we're facing here. Yeah, Kutter Crawford. You got a cutter on your team. What I'm trying to figure out is how do you get a name like Cutter and you don't throw a cutter? I feel like that should be a requirement. I mean, imagine if my name was Forkball Johnson and I didn't throw a forkball. What the hell are you calling me Forkball for? By the way, Forkball Johnson, one of the early stars of the adult film industry. Just a little bit of a history for those that might be interested. Hey, how you doing, chat? GP3. Splitter, I hardly know her. That's right, folks. It's going to be a long night with your boy, the BirdWatcher. I think the coffee is helping. I think that's settling the stomach just a little bit, or else I wouldn't have attempted that Muttley laugh. Believe in Orioles magic. Oh, that's the other thing I forgot to mention, folks. You might notice something sitting on the top of my head. It's called the hat. And you might, I'm surprised no one, and maybe I missed it in chat, but I'm surprised I haven't seen it. Nobody has said, BW, what's going on? I already got the hat on. Well, folks, like I have said it before, the hat, every day it's a constantly evolving thing, and sometimes, folks, it's just for fashion. And today, I needed to wear the hat because I'm under the weather. I took a shower, and I still feel like, pick a synonym for derriere. All right, here's Gunnar Henderson. First pitch is a called strike. So the hat is on all day long. Up and in, 1 ball and 1 strike to Gunnar, hitting .259. He's still on 17 homers, or is that on the leaderboard right now? Check swing, and no appeals, so no swing. 2 balls, 1 strike. 17 homers, 37 driven in. By the way, folks, tonight is game number 54. And this one's fouled away. And you might be asking yourself, well, BW, what's the significance of Game 54? Well, after this game's over, that is the 1/3 mark of the season. So if you'd like to have a little fun with numbers, go ahead and take a look at the counting stats for all your players and, multiply it by 3. You'll get an idea of the pace they're on. Here's a called strike 3 on the outside corner. Gunnar Henderson goes down looking. He mutters and shakes his head on the way back to the dugout, but that was a strike. He has definitely been called out on strikes on worse pitches than that. Jaron Duran in left, Rafaela in center, Abreu in right, Devers at third, Hamilton at short. And now they've already taken Grissom at second, trying to give you the Red Sox defense. Dominic Smith at first and Connor Wong behind the plate. First pitch to Ryan Mountcastle, batting in the 2-hole tonight, is fouled away. Mounty batting .278, 6 homers, 20 RBI. Way upstairs with the fastball, and the count 1-1. The Hat. Thank you for acknowledging the Hat. How you doing there, Jeremy? This is a breaking ball swung on and missed. Some nasty late action on that sweeper from Crawford. Mountcastle has been addicted to going opposite field lately. This one's off the plate outside, count even up at 2-2. That's a sign a player is in the zone when they're just peppering the opposite field. And this one is outside, and the count goes full. Oh, the Hat. JJ, are you not familiar with the lore of the Hat? Well, I can't explain everything about the Hat right off the top because, it comes over time. Here's a payoff pitch. Mounty hits it off the bat pretty well and deep. Right fielder backing up. Abreu has to leave his feet to make that catch and barely does so. Nearly a snow cone grab on the track and right. Mountcastle again going opposite field. Again, a well-hit baseball. And, folks, Abreu just sort of, I tell you, it almost felt like a last split-second Hail Mary, I'm going to stick my glove up out here and hope I catch it. Well, he did. And there are 2 down. First pitch swung on by Ryan O'Hearn is popped up third base side near the dugout, and it'll bounce just on the, what do you call it? On the other side of the dugout, where the people are, where they sit. All right, look, my vocabulary might not be on point tonight either, okay? So if you're hoping for Vin Scully tonight, might be more like Jim Varney. 0-1 on Ryan O'Hearn. That one smoked down the right field line in the corner, but foul. Oh, I mean, that was at least 100 off the bat. 0-2 the count. Mounty with a hard hit ball. O'Hearn with a hard hit ball. We may not get anything here in the top of the first, or excuse me, bottom of the first, but some encouraging signs. A couple of balls squared up here on Crawford. 0-2 pitch is laid off, 1-2. Steve Stone. Yes. Steve Stone, it's funny you mention him. There's a swing and a miss, and O'Hearn goes down on strikes. The Orioles are out of the inning. Well, a couple of hard-hit balls, but nothing to show for it. At the end of one, no score in Baltimore. Yeah, last night I fell asleep listening to another classic baseball game, as I often do. I do it because it's sort of ASMR for me, as well as an education. I love listening to the old-time broadcasters and getting some advice on how best to call a baseball game, how to paint a picture for your audience, how to simplify it a little bit. Give it a little pizzazz, but make it a little bit simple. So last night, a brand new upload from folks, again, it's a channel I've told you about many, many times over, and I'll continue to tell you about it. Classic Baseball on the Radio. If you're a fan of old-time baseball, and it doesn't have to be that old, it can go back to the 40s, but as recently as the 80s or any decade in between, Classic Baseball on the Radio is a YouTube channel that uploads full radio play-by-play games from just about anywhere. It's completely random. The uploads can be from any team, any time. And the most recent upload was a 1977 game, the year your boy, the BirdWatcher, was born, between the White Sox and your Baltimore Orioles. So I had a chance to listen to the White Sox broadcast. Harry Carey on the mic for the White Sox at that time. He didn't move over to the Cubs until, I believe, 82. But, Steve Stone, just to bring it all around, he pitched for both of those teams. In 77, he was on the White Sox. In 1980, he won a Cy Young Award pitching for the Orioles. And then, of course, he would join Harry in the Cubs broadcast booth just a few years later. So there you go. A little trip down memory lane. Top of the second. First pitch is swung on and hit on the ground toward third. Urias has got it over to first in time. And that is a quick one out. I don't even know who was batting. Who was that? Was that Devers? Did we just get Devers out on one pitch? I like it. Good sign. One away here in the second. Here's Connor Wong. And, folks, I'll try to keep the Wong puns to a minimum tonight. But if they do bother you, please don't take it the Wong way. This one is on the outside corner for a called strike. A cutter from Corbin Burnes. Wong hitting .324. This pitch is outside, and the count is 1-1. How old are the Orioles? They are, this year, what are they, 70 years old, 1954. Moving over from St. Louis, formerly the St. Louis Browns. This pitch is low. Oh, Jerry Remy, I was a huge fan, and I followed Jerry Remy. I loved one of my favorite color guys. That whole thing with the pizza slice. This ball's hit hard and over the glove of the third baseman into left field. A single for Connor Wong with one out. And the throw comes in and gets away. And Wong is going to move up to second. The camera did not pick up the action, but somehow the relay back in from left got away from the infielders, allowing Wong to scoot up to second base. I need to see a replay. What happened there? I mean, you give up a single, it happens. But what happened here? Cowser picks it up, throws it in, and it's a short hop to Mateo at second, and he couldn't handle it. Wow. Hopefully that won't come back to bite us. A runner in scoring position now with one away. Dominic Smith at the plate, and he takes low and outside for ball one. Yes, the pizza slice incident is one of the funniest things to ever happen in the history of a baseball broadcast. Burnes steps off, tries to tag the runner, and now the ball gets away again. Unbelievable. Corbin Burnes looked like he had a chance to pick Wong off. Wong looked a little bit stuck between a rock and a hard place there. But the throw is mishandled. Wong is now at third. We're just giving a guy 2 free bases to put him at third with less than 2 out, and now the infield has to come in. The 1-0 pitch popped up behind the plate. I tell you what, that is the kind of freaky stuff. Oh, man, it's going to bug me if we don't get some runs on the board and they get a weird run out of this. All right, the 1-1 is low, ball 2. Dominic Smith is batting .192. He's sort of the replacement for Tristan Casas, who's out with a lengthy injury. Smith, a veteran lefty, played for the Nats last couple of seasons. This one's fouled off to the right. Count even up at 2-2. So here we go. Runner at third. Only one out. 2 strikes on the batter. With our ace on the mound, we could really use a strikeout right here. You saw Kolten Wong. This one is lifted foul, and we'll do it again. Still 2-2. All right, well, folks, if Connor Wong and Kolten Wong are both on the same team, that doesn't mean that 2 Wongs make a right, okay? I mean, think about it. I've got more, people. Don't test me. 2-2 pitch coming. Come on, Corbin. Here it is. Lifted in the air and once again fouled away. Still 2-2. Burnes on 26 pitches. Not in the inning, just overall. 1 out in the second. Need a strikeout here. Here comes another 2-2. Just outside. The crowd moaning. It was definitely off the plate. McCann had set the target up right there. It pretty much hit the glove. He tried to frame it, but just needed a couple inches back toward the zone to get that call. Full count now. The pitch. Hit on the ground, and Mateo's going to go home, and the tag is not applied. The infield was up. Mateo got the ground ball, threw it home, but unfortunately the throw was a bit high. McCann had to bring the glove down for the tag, and the runner is able to slide underneath. Boy, if Mateo's able to throw that baseball chest high, we probably get that runner. But the Red Sox have gotten on the board, and it's been kind of ugly between the error thrown into the infield to let Wong go to second, the ball thrown away on a pickoff attempt to allow him to go to third, and then not a very accurate throw home. I mean, it's like Connor Wong just got a free trip around the world. Man, the crowd here is thin. Come on, for a Red Sox game, where are you, Oriole fans? I'll say it once, I'll say it 1,000 times. If you're, I want you to be here with me, but if you got a chance to go to the ballpark, that's top priority. This one gets away on a wild pitch, and now Smith moves into scoring position. I mean, it's been a comedy of errors here, folks. Hey, JJ, I might have to remove this mod designation from you, man. I'm just like any other baseball fan. I'm superstitious. I'm trying to figure out what's different right now. What should I do, JJ? This one is at the bottom of the zone for a called strike to Vaughn Grissom. 1-1 the count. I mean, something in the water, something in the air. 1-1 pitch. Lifted in the air, and this should get us out of the inning. It's a high fly ball. Somebody get underneath it. Henderson does. I say that should get us out of the inning. That's only the second out. Oh, my God. All right. More coffee. Talk about wishful thinking. That should get us out of the inning. Yeah, should it? There's 2 down now. Runner at second base. David Hamilton, left-handed hitter at the plate. He takes a called strike. So the Red Sox are out early with the 1-0 lead on Corbin Burnes. And I got to be honest, folks, the way this game has started is sort of the nightmare scenario I had in my mind. I hope to wake up with a lot of time to go. And, hey, now we've got the runner picked off. Can we please make this okay. The rundown did not last long. Dominic Smith picked off too far off of the second base bag, and the Orioles get an out on the bases in an inning that Boston scored because we couldn't get an out on the bases. A very weird inning, folks. The Red Sox get a run. They got a hit. And there was a bunch of weird stuff that happened along the way. We go to the bottom of the second. Boston 1, Orioles nothing. Yeah, I mean, I felt like I was watching the Bad News Bears. I'm waiting for, Looper to get the ball into Engelberg. All right. So we had a bad top of the second. What are you going to do? Let's put that behind us. Have I ever started the game with the hat on? Yes, I have, Chris. I've got an entire library of Oriole games in my archive on my channel. Go back and watch all of them. Please. Yeah. You really can't put anything on the hat today, folks. The hat, I needed the hat. You know? This hat has got special properties. And I need them for myself. I mean, I'm currently calling a baseball game right now, and I've yet to, lose my lunch, so to speak. That's probably the, most or least bad visual sort of way of putting it. Just searching for something. Sweet dreams are made of these. Folks, do you see the sun coming up behind me? It was dark when I sat down. All right, Colton Cowser at the plate, folks. Way up and away on a breaking ball from Crawford. 1-0 on Colton Cowser. Bottom of the zone for a called strike, 1-1. Colton's hitting .240. The pitch is a nasty splitter on the inside edge of the knees. Strike 2. It is 1-0 Red Sox here in the third and final game. Oh, that one got Cowser off the knee. Oof. You could hear it, folks. You could hear it. Cowser's initial reaction was one of immediate shock and pain, and then he collected himself and calmly took off his shin strap. He'll take first base. Man, did that get him square on the knee? All right, well, we've got the tying run on. Nobody out for Anthony Santander. And the first pitch to him is a little bit up and away. Folks, get some taters in the chat. And I know it's early, but we're down early. And with a runner on, nobody out, it's time to go to the sub-screen for a little bit of Orioles magic. Folks, if you're not familiar with the sub-screen, we'll get you informed. Hang in there. 1-0 pitch is inside, 2-0. Santander batting just .203, but still getting it done where it counts in the RBI department. Cowser takes his lead at first. Here's a ball hit inside out swing. It's going to drop in front of the left fielder for a base hit. With that ball in front of Cowser and left, he'll have to stay at second base, but the Orioles now have 2 on, nobody out. And here comes Cedric Mullins, and boy, I'm really rooting for Ced today. He had a couple of swings last night, one in particular that looked like it was going to be extra bases and clear the bases when we had them loaded. But an amazing catch by Rafael out there in deep left center field, robbing Mullins. Well, here's a chance for Mullins to do something. He got 2 on, nobody out. At the very least, get these runners over. First pitch to Ced. He lays a bunt down, but it rolls into the foul ground. So Ced knows what's up. He's willing to give himself up to get those runners over. Unfortunately, unable to do so on that first pitch. You only get one more chance to really do it. And the cat is out of the bag. Let's see if he sticks with the bunt attempt or not. Third baseman is up on the infield grass. No bunt this time. Instead, it's a check swing and a foul, which is somewhat amusing because by the time Sid was done swinging, he just stood there, the bat held parallel to the plate as if he were bunting. Instead, it's a check swing foul. 0-2 the count. It would be more amusing if we can go ahead and cash in some runs. Runners at second and third, nobody out. The pitch. Hit in the air. This will get somebody in, I hope. No, it's a shallow center field. It's going to be a tough play. Caught over the shoulder by the shortstop. Man, Mullins unable to lift it deep enough to drive in a run. Oh, no. One away to drive in a run. To move a run over, I should say. I tell you what. JJ, even not only is the vocabulary bad, so's the ability to describe what I'm seeing. All right, one out, first and second, after that shallow pop-up by Mullins. It's up to Jorge Mateo now to keep the line moving. Well, Mullins looked pretty good to me last night, James. This one is pop foul behind the plate. $73 people here at the moment. Welcome in, folks. We got a 1-0 Red Sox lead. The Orioles trying to rally. And Mateo fouls one back to make it 0-2. Folks, if you're new to my channel, welcome in. You might be wondering, why am I staring at a number like 959? The reason is to avoid spoilers. Normally I have the scoreboard up there with a live play-by-play ticker. But in rally situations like this, as Mateo hits one deep in the left field, but it's going to stay up there for Rafaela, who makes the catch. And again, the runners have to stay put. 2 down, and now we get into the bottom part of the order where it's going to take a guy like Ramon Urias to get something done here. Yeah, so I bring up the subscreen during the rallies, and I always make a point, folks, to be sure to go over all the important information a little more frequently, such as score, inning, outs, count, men on base. So just hang in there. We got Arias at the plate with 2 down, first and second. Crawford on the mound. And the first pitch is lifted in the air. Get down. Base hit center field. Kowser's going to round third. They're going to send him home. He is safe. He's safe. A close play at the plate. He slides in feet first. And the Orioles get a 2-out RBI from Ramon Urias, and this ball game is tied. That's why we go to the subscreen, people. It's where the magic lies. The Orioles have tied up the ball game on a 2-out single up the middle from Ramon Urias. Get some. A clutch RBI from the unlikeliest of sources. All right, maybe Jackson Holiday would be the unlikeliest, but you know what I mean. Of current active players. First and third now. Here's McCann. How about another surprise RBI? There's a called strike at the top of the zone. 0-1 on McCann, hitting just .203, 1 homer, 9 RBI. His on-base percentage, folks, is lower than his average. I don't even know how you do that. But according to the graphic, average .203, on base 200. Somebody explain that. This pitch is just off the plate outside, maybe a little bit high. 1-1 the count on McCann. First and third, 2 down. The Orioles have tied up the ball game at 1 apiece here in the bottom of the second at Camden Yards. A rubber game of a 3-game series. Here's a breaking ball up and away. 2-1 on McCann. Yeah, but if your on-base percentage is always going to be higher than your average, as long as you add anything to it. A walk would make it higher. How is an average higher than your on-base? It had to have been a typo. Here's a check swing and no swing. The count 3-1 now in McCann. Oh, boy. Oh, pure. I'm sorry. It's the prophylactic game of a 3-game series. Is that better? Up and into McCann, ball 4. How about that? So Kutter Crawford, after getting a couple of outs and looking like he might get out of a jam, gives up a 2-out RBI to Urias and now walks the number 9 hitter McCann to bring Gunnar up to the plate. What are you doing putting yourself in a jam like this, Kutter? Kutter? I hardly know her. There is a meeting on the mound. You got the time Oh, did you see it, JJ? Did you see the McCann stat line? All right, yeah, send that in, JJ. Maybe we can have a civil suit. All right, here we go, folks. Strap in. Gunnar is up with the bases loaded. 2 down, tie ball game. The pitch. In there, called strike. What? That's not a strike? He called that a ball? Wow. Wow. I mean, wow. Wow. And Gunnar drills one. Forget about it. It's a grand salami. Bye, birdie. Gunnar goes boom, 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 boom. A 4-run shot into the bleachers in right center field. And the Orioles have taken a 5-1 lead. My goodness, another blast from Gunnar. His 18th of the season. That pitch was up, and that pitch is gone. Get out of here. Holy cow, what a shot by Gunnar. Here's Mountie, takes upstairs for ball 1. Boy, oh boy, in the previous pitch, folks, I tell you what, that might have been the reason. Kutter Crawford must have been wondering, what do I got to do? I'm facing Gunnar Henderson. I threw a easy strike in terms of calling it. Now you're going to put me behind 1-0 on this guy? Wait a minute. There is light rain falling. Rain, rain, go away. Come again in another day. Don't you dare start raining after a frickin' grand slam. 1-1 to Mountie is foul back. Count 1-2. Well, maybe that would explain the attendance tonight. I mean, the weather got to be part of it. Yeah, Gunnar, great call, JJ. Gunnar's grand slam hit the clouds and opened up the skies. This one is up and away. 2-2 on Mountcastle. 2 down, nobody on. 4 in on 1 swing. From your, I don't know, you got to put him up there in the conversation. MVP. This one is fouled off to the right. Long way to go. And I can't wait. I mean, we got to look at Gunnar's numbers now. Folks, I believe Gunnar's up to 41 RBI with 18 homers. So let's do some math. We are looking at a pace of 54 homers. 54 homers and what is that? Like 120 RBI? Something like that? Swing and a miss here by Mountcastle, and the inning is over. But the Orioles, courtesy of the hat, the subscreen, and a little dose of Orioles magic, a grand salami from Henderson, 422 happy feet in the right center. We go to the third. Orioles 5, Boston 1. Whew. My goodness. Tell you what. Now I know how to get over a queasy stomach. Just talk a lot. Starting to feel a little bit better. A little bit of sweat though. A little bit of sweat. It's got to be said. Maybe it's the medication kicking in. I don't know. How you doing, chat? How about that Henderson grand slam? Boy, I can't wait to make a highlight clip out of that one. Hopefully I got that call well made. There's been a couple of big home run calls that I've blown for one reason or another lately. The Magic. Hey, by the way, I didn't even acknowledge, folks. We hit 960 now. Oh, well, never mind. Maybe there was a reason. I was going to say we're just 40 away. Hey, you. Yeah, you, the guy that just unsubbed. What are you doing? Huh? Get in. Look, folks, at this point, if you're watching and you're not subbing, I mean, what can I tell you? There's 40 spots left before we get to 1,000. You're going to want a 3-digit number, all right? You're going to want one of those Squid Game numbers. Once you get into the 4 digits, you're just another number. So get an exclusive number. B961 today. All right, top of the third. And a pitch with a bunt attempt brought back by David Hamilton. Ball 1. All right, Corbin, we got a 4-run lead, buddy. I want to see like 12 pitch innings. This one's low, 2-0. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about with Corbin. I understand he's very good. And I understand at the end of the day he gets the job done. I just don't go after somebody like this right now. 3-0 the count. I mean, Corbin, did you not just watch the entire city of Baltimore light up? Get it over the plate, buddy. Ball 4. But I can't. I can't sit here and go Corbin. I sound like Chris Tucker from Fifth Element. Corbin, man. Corbin, you walk somebody, man. Hey, Corbin, keep the pitch count down, Corbin. Hey, Corbin. Yeah, I mean, I know. I can't sit there and go crazy, but here's a bunt brought back by Rafaela, and there's a stolen base. I mean, that's the other thing with Burnes. He can't hold runners at all. No attempt, no nothing on that steal. 1-0 count on Rafaela. Excuse me. And another bunt attempt. It goes foul. And the count 1-1. Orioles 5, Red Sox 1 in the top of the third. And the final game of 3. The winner takes the series. Runner at second, nobody out. The 1-1 is low and away on a curveball. 2-1 on Rafaela, hitting .211 coming into today. Next pitch is hit on the ground, left side, and Urias looks the runner back to second and then goes to first to get the out. Nice play there by Urias. He not only looked Hamilton back, he made sure Hamilton was sliding back into the bag before he threw it over to first. So a first out here. Runner stays put at second and back to the top of the order for Jarren Duran. Duran struck out his first time up. Tarp Talk. Tune in later for Tarp Talk. That reminds me of Town Talk from UHF. This one's outside of Duran for ball 1. Lesbian Nazi hookers who are abducted by aliens and get forced into weight loss programs. Tonight on Town Talk. I almost got all of that out. I'm a big Weird Al fan. Who isn't? 1-0 pitch is hit in the air. Center field. Mullins is going to back up a few steps, but he's got room. There's the second out, and Hamilton thought about tagging, not going anywhere. All right. Let's get out of this inning. Oh, enough about the tarp. He's not an ace. He's a 5-starter. Well, my thing is, look, I know Corbin Burnes is a quality pitcher, and I know he's going to be the top of somebody's rotation. I just don't know if he's the kind of top of rotation guy that I want to give a 6-year deal or more for $200 million or whatever it's going to be. I don't know. I kind of like this whole concept of just going for an ace for hire like we did with him this year. We got so much talent in the farm system. It didn't take a whole lot to get him. I say we just go out and get an affordable contract from another guy on a contract year. This one's popped up. Right field. Abreu will hit it to Santander, who makes the catch for the final out here in the third. We go to the bottom half. Orioles 5, Red Sox 1. It's only money. It's only money. Look, folks, if Corbin Burnes does, the heroics, Corbin Burnes pitches, back-to-back shutouts in the World Series or whatever. Yeah. I mean, if Corbin Burnes something to etch himself in the Orioles history as a legend, then I guess you got to sit there and go, welp, let's go ahead and lock him in. But outside of that, I just don't know about re-signing him to a long-term. I just, in general, pitchers, with the way things are sort of going now between the uptick in injuries and the fact that guys like Scott Boras aren't able to go out there and get guys like Blake Snell or Jordan Montgomery deals longer than 2 years, I'm down with that whole transition. I think a 2-year deal for a pitcher is probably enough because you really don't know how things are going to go. And we've already seen some good pitching available for just a 2-year window. That's fine with me, honestly. I mean, folks, yeah, it's nice to get a Garrett Cole and lock him in year after year, but those are Clayton Kershaw. But I mean, not only are those guys rare, I mean, it's yeah. In the modern game, it's just asking too much. Zach Wheeler's another solid top guy. Again, it's just a handful of guys. Just a handful. Yeah. So that's my thoughts on Corbin. I just don't think it's going to be in our price range, especially in terms of years. I don't mind paying the money if we can keep it down to a couple of years. Bottom of the third coming up. Ryan O'Hearn, 3, 4, 5 hitters. It'll be Cowser and Santander to follow. Crawford out there on the mound. First pitch is a breaking ball in there for a called strike. And now that my coffee is getting low, your boy might have to step off screen for a moment to enjoy a lucky. This one's up and away. Check swing, no swing. 3 years, $70 million is a good price. All right. Sounds like college tuition. This one's hit on the ground, foul off to the right by O'Hearn. The count 1-2. Man, that Gunnar grand slam. My goodness. I just want us to win this game and then collapse into a day-and-a-half-long rest and replay that Gunnar bomb over and over. This ball is tapped back to the pitcher. Crawford will underhand it over to first in time. O'Hearn retired for the first out here in the bottom of the third. And that'll bring the milkman up. Oh, no. Folks, my own chat is back to doing that thing. This has happened one time before. I'm not allowed to even use my own emojis. It's just going to tell you the word for it. First pitch to Cowser is outside, a breaking ball. 1-0 on Colton. Hit by pitch and scored back in that 5-run second. Oh, that is popped up. Can of corn out there in center. And just waiting for it to come down, making the catch. Cows are retired. 2 away here in the bottom of the third. What do you think Gunner's contract is going to be? Man, it's going to be 10 years. I can go ahead and tell you the years on it. It's going to be a 10-year deal. It's going to be a Bobby Witt Jr. kind of deal, but even more pricey. We could be looking at 10 years, $300 million or something. 250. Santander gets into one deep to right field. Get on back. Oh, it's going to stay up in front of the track, in front of the groundskeeper's shed for out number 3. Santander flies out to deep right center, and the inning is over. At the end of 3, it's the Orioles 5 and the Red Sox 1. Folks, the BirdWatcher is going to enjoy a lucky, so please stand by. And remember, folks, 4 out of 5 doctors prefer Lucky Strike. They're toasted. Have you had a tough day at the office? You want to return home to a nice home-cooked meal? Kick up your feet, take off your shoes, and enjoy a Lucky Strike. It'll take the edge off. Studies have shown Lucky Strikes have led to longer marriages. Gunner is definitely worth it, but we also need to keep Adley. Yeah, we got to pay them both. And we got the money to pay them both. Period. And the faster we lock him up, the less expensive it's going to be in total. I mean, what are we going to do? We're going to arbitrate these guys and then expect to come up with the big deal after that? I get it. We've got plenty of seasons left to get these guys on the cheap. But, you take a look at the sort of contract handling for an organization like the Braves and what they have done with all of the young talent and the team that they've built. I'm not saying you just sit there and use the Braves as your own personal chat GPT to make decisions. But, I mean, in general, that's what you do. If you grow some good young talent, hold on to them. Because not only do you got the talent at your fingertips, I mean, as an Orioles fan, I want my Orioles to be Orioles for life. I want Adley to only be in an Oriole uniform. I can't even imagine Adley in a different uniform. The thought of it bothers me. Here's Rob Refsnyder. First pitch is a strike, and the next pitch is fouled away. Yeah, that pitch to Gunner before the grand slam that was called ball 1 was absolutely insane. Swing and a miss, a slider from Burnes to get Refsnyder. There's a strikeout to open the top of the 4th. Come on, Burnes. All right, look. Again, it's always the same with Burnes. I just gotta go along with the ride with this guy. I don't know what it is. He's an ace, but he doesn't feel like an ace when I'm watching. But then he does by the time I'm done watching. He's more confusing than an A24 movie, this guy. We've got light rain here falling. As this first pitch to Devers is ball 1. Rafael Devers 0 for 1 so far tonight after that 4-hit game last night. Inside 2-0. Whoop. Sorry. A little bit of the hiccups. Here's the 2-0 to Devers. Low and in for ball 3. All right. Well, just don't give him a fat pitch there, Corbin. Keep him in the ballpark. 3-0 pitch is called a strike. The umpire giving an inch on the inside on that 3-0. One of the benefits of being an ace, you get calls like that more often than not. This one is chopped foul behind the plate, and the count is still 3-2 to Devers. 1 out, nobody on in the top of the 4th. My name is Aaron. I live on the 2nd floor. What's going on, Aaron? 3-2 pitch is outside, ball 4. A 1-out walk to Devers. All right. Another inning with runners on base. And the batter, Connor Wong now. Wong with an interesting trip around the bases his first time up. He scored the only run of this game. And the first pitch is inside for ball 1. That's right, folks. There's never a Wong time for a pun. 1-0 the count. You did, Jordan, but you can always go back and hear it later. This one is grounded foul off to left. In fact, you can go back in this live stream. Just hit the little red line and run it back until it happens. Just wait till we have a break between innings. You got a chance to hear it. 1-1 the count, and a check on Devers, who's back in standing. That's right, folks. Don't you forget. There, 10 years down the line, 20 years, you might be going to yourself, I remember back in that 2024 season, that one game, I wish I could go back and relive it. Well, guess what? You will be able to, because all these games are going to be archived and sitting on YouTube forever. As long as there's human civilization, there will be BirdWatcher games archived. 1-2 the count on Connor Wong now. Devers at first, 1 away, 5-1 Orioles. Me love you Wong time. Come on. Swing and a miss. There's that slider again from Burnes. Man, that's his strikeout pitch today. Low and away. And the hitters aren't picking it up. They are looking foolish. 2 down. Entertainment Studio. When it comes to modern film, it's definitely A24. They are about as consistent as it comes. The pitch to Dominic Smith is a check swing, and he went around on a curveball. 0-1 the count. Smith shaking his head. He's still shaking his head. Dom, he might want to think about locking in for the next pitch. Why am I giving you advice? The 0-1 is a little bit inside and really missed the target as well, as McCann had to reach across. He had set up outside. Ah, yes, the lovely Darman Studios. Quality entertainment for years, folks. This one's hit on the ground, foul off to the right. 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 down, runner at first. Burnes is up to 60 pitches, so right on 15 per inning if the inning was over right now. That average is only going to creep up with every pitch. But we might only be 1 pitch away from getting out of this. Umpire holds his arms up for time, and now we are ready. Burnes gets the sign. And here comes the 1-2 to Dominic Smith. That one's hit on the ground. Couple of bounces to Mountie, who's standing near the bag at first. Just has to turn to his left a bit, tag the bag to win the inning. Well, Burnesy is through 4. Has just given up 1 hit. I mean, folks, he is an ace. I don't know. I've never felt more just like, what do you call it? Confused. I feel like I'm back in junior high and I got a crush on a girl. And like 1 minute I'm madly in love with her. The next, I'm completely confused. The next, I don't even want to look at her. The next, I can't stop thinking about her. That's what Corbin Burnes is for me. Just a person that leaves me very confused about who I am and the changes happening in my body. All right, maybe I'm reading too much into this. I don't know. Hey, welcome back, everybody. We're going to the bottom of the fourth. The Orioles lead 5-1. Why? A Gunnar Henderson grand slam. That's the difference. We've already made 2 errors. I mean, look at this box score. 5 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors. 5-3-2. That should be the prefix to a phone number. That's not a box score. That's a weird one. All right. Tough room. I'll be here all week. Thanks. Tip your bartenders. Hey there, Shantae. How are you doing? Thank God. Saved by a hello from someone. Oh, wow. Those actresses are not on my radar, but I'll keep an eye out. They seem like names I should be able to remember going forward, especially Tejada. The Orioles have had their own Tejada history. Boy, this rain isn't letting up yet. Luckily, it's just coming down lightly. And they're not stopping it yet. Okay, here we go. Cedric Mullins, bottom of the fourth. First pitch is swung on and fouled back behind the plate. Mullins popped out to center in his first AB. I guess technically he popped up to the shortstop, but it was in shallow center field. This pitch is off the plate and the count 1-1. For all you folks scoring at home, 1-1 is fouled away. Good evening. Good evening, Richard. How are you? 1-2 on said, leading off here in the bottom of the fourth. The pitch is hit softly foul, just a few feet away from the plate. The man in the house. It's only going to sprinkle for another 20 minutes and then stop. Wow, that sounds like a direct quote from R. Kelly. But what do I know? All right, 1-2, the count on Mullins. Swing and a miss. He chased a high fastball, and Mullins goes down swinging. All right. Apparently that joke went over, okay, not everybody's head, but maybe a little bit tasteless. I don't know. What am I going to do? 1 out. Here's Mateo. First pitch is high for ball 1. Ah, you're getting your weather info from a Bay fisherman. Well, I will take that weather insight versus somebody on TV any day. Mateo takes another one off the plate. 2-0 on Mateo. 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. Base is empty. Coffee cold. This one's low and away, 3-0. I might need to throw up my blanket over the... There's a 3-0 strike from Crawford. Yeah, I might need to block a little bit of that sun coming in from behind me. Getting a little too bright. A 3-1 pitch is popped up foul. Mateo had a 3-0 count, and now it's full. By the way, remind me for the next half inning, between innings, to go over the out-of-town scores if I don't do it. This one is off the plate outside, and that's ball 4. So Mateo draws a 1-out walk. Speed on the bases. And if you think a 4-run lead is too big to run, well, I've got some news for you. I would expect Mateo to take off if he gets the chance. Here comes Ramon Urias. Hey, his average is over 200. RBI single, a big one, with 2 down in that second inning to get us on the board. Connor Wong is needing some time. Apparently there's an equipment issue with his helmet. Or mask, whatever you want to call it. I suppose I should say mask. I think it's that little earpiece thing that they wear that they're... I mean, what is this? What are we getting our Bluetooth hooked up? Is that a USB port? What are we doing? You get PlayStation Plus with that thing? There we go. All right, well, modern baseball, folks. We've got a pitch clock, but we'll take time out in order to adjust a Bluetooth in our helmet. 2024 baseball, people. All right, Wong is back crouching, and we're ready to go again. First pitch to Urias with a runner at first and 1 out. Here it is. And there's a check on the runner at first who's back in with a slide. Boy, Mateo just got back in there after a snap throw from Wong. Yeah, Janet, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with everybody? Why did I ever open up that can of worms? I don't know. I've learned my lesson. The 0-1 pitch is low. 1-1 on Urias. I mean, talk about taking a concept and beating it to death. You guys got it all wrong. It was never meant to be this way. The 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed. A cutter well placed at the bottom of the zone on the outside edge. All right, maybe I do. This one is foul back, and the count is 1-2. All right, look, sometimes I'm a hypocrite, and I'm completely wrong, all right? Well, I'm not completely wrong, or else that would be my name. But Connor Wong is completely wrong. Mateo at first. 1 out, and a 1-2 to Urias is inside, and that got him. It must have just grazed him somewhere because he barely took a little piece of that, but he's going to get a base. Thank you for the free pass. Oh, it looks like it caught the elbow protector. Oh, that's not even going to, you don't even feel that one. I'll take that all day. 2 on, 1 out. Here's James McCann. Up there with another RBI spot. See if he can cash in this time. He walked his first time up. And it's fouled away on the first pitch. And folks, I do believe, even though it's McCann hitting, I got to head on over to the subscreen right now. As I've once again, I'm teetering back and forth amongst one sub. Oh, well, folks. Perhaps the legend of the BirdWatcher is just, it's fading. It's fading fast. The 0-1 pitch is outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. First and second. Orioles up by 4. One pitch. Swung on and missed. That ball had plenty of the plate, but also had plenty of movement on it. And McCann came up empty. 1-2 the count. Come on. James upstairs, swung on a miss, and a throw down to third, and they got Mateo. It's going to be a strike him out, throw him out. Are you kidding me? Mateo took off for third. McCann swung and missed. By the way, Urias was running behind, so he's on second either way. Oh, I think that hand's in there. Challenge, challenge, challenge it, challenge it. I think Mateo was able to extend that right arm and sneak it to the bag before that ball and glove was able to touch him. I mean, it was the kind of thing where you got to go frame by frame. But we're going to challenge this play, and I think we're going to win it. I think we're going to win it. I'll say this. The ball beat Mateo to the bag. The umpire probably more just feeling like, well, the ball beat him. Surely he's out. Because it was such a quick punch out. The umpires are always want to make that super quick punch out call, except when it comes to balls and strikes. Then they take their time. Take your time on a call like this. Oh, wait a minute. There is another aspect to all this. After the hand gets in and the tag is applied, the hand comes off while there's still a tag. But here's the other deal. Umpire is already starting the motion that he's out while that happens. If you understand what I mean. So it's not like the umpire saw that, like, oh, his hand came off the bag, you're out. No, he was already in the process of calling him out before that even happened. But that won't really be a matter when it comes to when they look at it in New York. It's as if everything that's happened in terms of the umpire call means nothing, except that they need evidence to overturn the call. It's a long pause here. By the way, I've lost another sub. Wow, really? Okay. Going to be one of those nights? Call in the field stands. Runner is out. How about that? Brandon Hyde is out. I don't know what we can argue about here. Oh, well, the inning is over. Nothing to argue about. Yeah, well, that was a disaster. And speaking of disaster, folks, I mean, I'm kind of getting excited about hitting 1,000, but if we're on pace for 4 subs a night, we're going to have to wait about another 2 weeks rather than a couple of days. It'd really be nice to, I don't know, kind of get that number up a little bit. Just a little bit. What do you say? We go to the 5th inning. Orioles 5, Red Sox 1. Let's get to those out-of-town scores, shall we? In the bottom of the 4th, the A's have a 1-0 lead on Tampa. The Nats and Braves are scoreless in the 2nd, though the Nats have runners at 1st and 3rd at the moment. Scoreless as well between the Cubs and Brewers in the bottom of the 1st. A lot of stuff just getting started. Scoreless in the 1st between Kansas City and Minnesota, as well as Toronto and the White Sox. Final scores, Detroit shutting out the Pirates 8-0. The Cardinals over the Reds 5-3. The Rangers take care of the Diamondbacks 6-1. Oh, the Pirates must have played 2. Wow. So Detroit won the first 8-0, and then the Pirates won the next one 10-2. 2 teams combining on the day for 10 runs, and they split the games. Phillies won again, 6-1 out west over the Giants, and the Dodgers all over the Mets, 10-3. Boy, the Mets are spiraling. Pure, are you still around? Man, it's tough. Tough times for the Mets. The Marlins took care of the Padres easily, 9-1. Coming up later, the Guardians will play the Rockies. The Yankees will take on the Angels. By the way, thanks to the Angels last night for the come-from-behind late win. And the Astros and Mariners will be getting underway later as well. There you go, folks. Out-of-town scores. Due up for Boston here in the fifth. Bottom of the order, Vaughn Grissom, followed by Hamilton and Rafaela. Here we go. It's going to take 6 days. See, I was kind of hoping that we'd get it done on June 1st. And that way I could say that by June 1st we got to the first 1,000. But I can live with it. Hey, we're going to get there. All right, here we go. Burnes on the mound, Grissom at the plate. First pitch is a breaking ball for a called strike. The 0-1 is fouled off the back of the leg of Grissom. Man, he is hurt. That looked like it got him like right on the that Achilles area. He's walking it off. He's able to put plenty of weight on his foot, so he should be okay. Just a matter of... Actually, I got him off the top of the foot, I guess. Or it might have sort of did a double thing where it hit sort of the lower shin and then off the top of the foot. Either way, Grissom's going to shake this one off. Trainer's out there. But it's just going to be a matter of waiting for him to shake it off. He'll be up there to hit again. 0-2 count. All right, back in the box. 0-2 to Grissom. Check swing. Did he go? No, says the first base umpire. One ball, 2 strikes to the leadoff man here in the fifth. Orioles 5, Red Sox 1. This one's hit hard on the ground, but right to Gunnar Henderson. Over to first in time. 1 away. Grissom retired. David Hamilton up next. He drew a walk his first time up. Also stole a base. Excuse me, that was back in the 3rd inning he did that. This one's in the dirt, a curveball. 1-0 on Hamilton. And after feeling some momentum, your boy, the BirdWatcher, is suddenly feeling a bit ill again. But, hey, we're halfway through this ball game. I'll be all right. This one is swung on and missed. A changeup low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike on David Hamilton as the sun is completely down now, but not so dark where you can't get a look at the sky, the cloud cover. Lovely evening in Baltimore despite a little bit of rain. This one is a called strike and the count 1-2. As long as it's just a slight little drizzle, I like rain. I can sit through that. 1-2 pitch is outside, 2-2. Yeah, Acuna going to be out for some time. Unfortunate for the Braves, unfortunate for the game of baseball. 2-2 to Hamilton is check swing, low, and no swing. Count goes full. This is what I'm talking about. Burnesy, come on. You walked this guy once already. Now a full count. Just, what are you doing? Why are you treating this guy like he's Al Kaline? 3-2 pitch. Hit on the ground. Second base, Mateo's got it over to first in time for out number 2. All right, Burnesy. 2 down in the fifth. Burnes on 71 pitches. He's looking to be good shape to go 6. Not sure how much more he can do after that. He's going to have to get some quick outs to go more than 6, I'd think. Rafaela, first pitch to him is outside for ball 1. Ceddanne Rafaela is 0 for 1. Average down to 210. Hey there, Curtis. How you doing? Swing and a miss. A big cut from Rafaela. 1-1 the count. That sinker there from Burnes. 97 miles an hour with some dipping action. 1-1 pitch. There's a curve on the outside edge for a strike 2. Boy, I like that from Burnes. 97 mile an hour sinker at the bottom of the zone, followed by a 74 mile an hour breaking ball on the outside edge. And now he comes in with the curve and gets a pop-up on the infield. Burnes looked like he wanted it, and Mountcastle will finally be the man to take it, the tallest man out there, as Mateo was there, Urias was there. The Orioles are smiling about it. They get the job done. This game is half over, folks. The Orioles are ahead 5-1. Whew. Oh, boy. I think I need to get up and stretch. Boy. I tell you what. How we doing, Charm City chat? You know, I talk about subscribers, but I cannot fail to mention how important it is, folks, to hit that like button. I know. Oh, BW, here we go again. More of this. Look, folks, I don't have any sponsors. There's no ads. There's no nothing. I'm not. This is me. I'm the ad. Me. All right. So here's the ad. Over 110 people hanging out right now. The likes are under 50, according to my screen. We got to get that up to at least 60, folks. Come on. I know a lot of you out there, you just forgot. You forgot. It happens to me too, but that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to remind you that there's a little thumb right at the bottom of your screen, and if you tap it, you're helping out the channel just with that little momentary muscle action, and I'd really appreciate it. Thanks a bunch. It really does help out the channel, folks. The more people that hit the like button and subscribe, the more YouTube says, hey, this channel needs to be promoted a little more. We should throw it out there to more people on their recommendations. That's how the channel grows. It's a group effort. I want to give you the content that hopefully you're looking for, and hopefully you can return the favor by just supporting me through likes and subscriptions. We're doing this together, folks. Orioles channel. The growth has been fantastic. The timing seems to be right. And don't forget about our other. There are a couple of special sponsors. All right, folks. Gunnar Henderson at the plate. Let me get back to the ball game, as this pitch to him is upstairs for ball 1. I mean, Gunnar is in such a zone right now. I don't even want a bases empty leading off an inning situation to get spoiled. Let's just see this at bat through. This pitch is up and away, 2-0. 2-0 on Gunnar. Hit a grand slam in his last at bat. Things have gone pretty quiet ever since. This is a called strike on the outside corner. And, folks, that pitch was 2 inches off the plate. The pitch called a ball in his grand slam at bat, the first pitch, was about, I mean, I don't even know how to describe it. It was so in the zone. I don't even know how to tell you. It was pretty much middle up. But then he gets a strike on that one. This one is popped up left center. Two fielders converging, and it's the left fielder, Duran, who makes that catch. Rafaela, the center fielder, sort of getting called off by the left fielder. It's usually the other way around. I feel like Duran might have. I don't know. We'll see if those two will talk about that after the ball game. One away here. Gunnar retired. I'll take you on back here. We got Mounty at the plate. Not that I don't think Mounty can't go yard. Here's a called strike at the top of the zone, but you know. When you got Gunnar up there after a grand slam, I had to be sure. One down here in the bottom of the fifth. 0-1 on Mountcastle. Next pitch is high. 1-1. Mountie. Let's mount up, folks. Let's mount up. The castle upon the mount. This one is fouled straight back and absolutely shocks the person sitting in the front row right behind home plate as that bounces off the screen. It's about an 80-mile-an-hour rock coming right toward their direction. They freaked out. 0-2 pitch is outside edge, but Mountcastle lays off and Kutter does not get the call. Crawford now up to 77 pitches. I would say the chances of him only finishing out the fifth and then coming out of the game are better than 50-50, as this one's fouled away. Yeah, he'll be into the 80s for sure, possibly into the 90s before this inning's over. So the Red Sox are probably already looking at their options to replace Crawford. 2-2 pitch coming to Mountcastle. This one's drilled right back up the middle, a base hit. I mean, right back up the middle where it came from. Tell you what, if that pitch came out of a pitching machine, that ball would have been hit right back into the machine. Right back into the spot it came from. One away, runner at first. Ryan O'Hearn is up. We've got 3, 4, and 5 coming up here right now. Maybe I will have to go back to the sub screen here in a sec. First pitch to O'Hearn, hit on the ground, right side. They go to second, and they just get the force. Boy, a bit of a bobble there. You knew they weren't going to be able to turn two once that happened, but they barely were able to get the lead runner. And Mountcastle's still hanging around second base, wondering if the Orioles want to take a look. We already tried our challenge, didn't we? The Mateo play. Was that not a challenge that we lost, or did they just review it upon their own power? I still don't understand how that works. Oh, okay. So just hearing on the announcer that the Orioles are out of challenges. So that is the case. We can challenge. All right, Colton Cowser, folks. Get the moves in the chat and hurry it up because he's already swung and missed on the first pitch. 2 down, runner at first. It was a challenge. Yeah, Rob, I thought it was, but Mountcastle just stood out there for a solid minute. And I'm like, well, if we've already made a challenge, what are you doing standing out there? But all's good. 0-1 the count on Cowser. And now it's 0-2. A splitter from Kutter Crawford. Ryan O'Hearn at first base, 2 down, and an 0-2 count on Colton Cowser. The pitch. Swung on and fouled back. So that's 83 pitches now for Crawford. I mean, he's already given up the 5 runs. He's going to be at least in the mid-80s. I'd say still better than 50-50. This is the last inning. This one is hit in the air to left. Backing up some is the left fielder, but a lot of room out there for Duran to make the catch. And the inning is over. The Orioles put a runner on, but that's it. We go to the 6th. Orioles 5, Boston 1. And that one, man, one hit from Burnes. Let's take a look at the stat line here. Burnes, a couple of walks and 1 hit with 4 strikeouts, no runs. I mean, he's an ace. What can I tell you? Can't he just look like 1967 Bob Gibson, though? Oh, okay. I'm asking too much. I'm asking too much. Maybe I can at least turn off this one light in here. That's probably a good idea. I probably should just get up anyway and move around. Nothing. I have no beverages. I mean, nothing. Not even water. Not even water. I got nothing. No coffee, no water, no juice. Nothing. Nothing to drink. Spurs jersey, Spurs blanket. Yeah. And by the way, the eye is missing. This jersey's been through hell. But so have Spurs. Oh, boy. All right, top of the sixth. As in Heung-min Son? Sure, what's not to like about Heung-min Son? South Korean legend. Here's a check swing. He went around, did Duran. Top of the order here for the Red Sox in the top of the sixth. Corbin Burnes is on the mound. I am in the land of smiles, Dolo Dave. Here's a hard hit ball on the right side, but Mountcastle is there. He picks it up and goes to the bag himself for the out. One down here in the sixth. It's dark here. It's spooky. Be careful of the Blair Witch. She'll put you in a corner. Here's Wilyer Abreu. One out, nobody on. Top of the sixth. Here's a first pitch strike. All right, Burnesy. If this is your last inning, I don't want it to be, by the way. I'd like to see him go 7. But if it is, empty out that tank. There's a swing and a miss strike, too, on a changeup. Burnes locating really nicely, mixing up the pitches as well. That's right, I'm in Tahi land. Land of Tahi. All the Tahi you can buy. I know what you meant. Outside edge, but doesn't get the call. 1-2 the count. Whoa, that was a weird flash on my screen. Just like a black box that flashed for a split second. This one's hit on the ground, a second and through. A base hit. I need to see that again. Did Mateo kind of olay that ball, or is that just out of reach? Hit on the ground, through the hole on the right side. Hard hit but there by Abreu. Oh, yeah, that was way... I'm sorry. That ball split Mateo and Mountcastle 15 feet away from anybody. All right, I guess keep thinking about your 2 favorite actresses, and we'll all be thankful. This one is fouled off by Rob Refsnyder. 0 for 2 so far tonight. Runner at first, 1 out. Yeah, honestly. Yeah, keep thinking, and I guess, I don't know, maybe lay down a... Well, I don't encourage this sort of thing, but, man, if you know for sure... If you know, this one's in the dirt, a breaking ball. 1-1 the count on Refsnyder. 83 pitches for Burnes. That hit was only the second hit given up. That hit by Abreu. As Burnes checks on Abreu at first, and he's back in. 1-1 the count. This one's hit in the air off to the right and out of play, foul. My favorite actress is Melissa McCarthy. She is very funny. Yeah, she had that big breakout role in Bridesmaids. That really made her career. Tell you what. One and two the count. And this one's low, 2-2. It's 5-1 Orioles, folks. I know things feel a little bit meh right now. We had all that excitement back in the second inning. Things have really slowed down since, but hey, we're up by 4. Let's try to see this victory in this series through. Here's a ground ball to third. Urias goes to second for one. Mateo to first. Not in time. Mountcastle emphatically raising his glove up as if to say, we've got a double play here. But no double play, according to the first base umpire, and even the crowd's booing. Let's make sure this ump's got this call right. Yeah, he beat it out. He beat it out. Ump got that call right. Two down, runner at first. Here's Devers. And boy, if we can get Devers out right here, we go to the late innings, perhaps only having to face him one more time. First pitch is swung on and missed. A cutter up and in. It got that piece of the zone in the top corner. And Devers couldn't handle it. Nasty pitch there by Burnes. The 0-1. Hit in the air. Left field and shallow. Coming in is Cowser. He's waving off people that aren't near him and makes the catch. We go to the bottom of the 6th. The Orioles still lead this one 5-1. Where's your pitch count at, Corbin? 88. See, you'd think from your I think Burnes is able to go 100. I think Burnes is a guy that you can go, you know what? He can give me 100, and if need be 105, I say throw him out there for the 7th. If he gets in any trouble, yank him and have somebody ready to go. This is our ace. All right. Plus, we just got Devers out of the way. So that's the hard part. I don't know. We'll see how they play it. Either way, the Orioles need to win this ball game. Up 4 now. And the Red Sox only have 9 outs to play with. This is a game that we should be winning. Anything else would be extremely unacceptable. I mean, we got to take this series, folks. We got work to do. We're about to hit the road. Guess where we're going after our day off tomorrow? We're heading down to central East Coast, West Coast Florida, or whatever the hell you call it. Tampa St. Pete taking on the Rays for the first time this season. Should be an interesting series. Of course, last year, it was a real battle for the division between us and the Rays, and some very exciting ball games down the stretch. Okay. I'm going to give you a little bit of advice there, pal. It's nice to know who your 2 favorite actors are, but no one cares when their birthday is. No one. There is zero interest. And I know it seems crazy for me to speak on everybody's behalf. I mean, it really is something I would never do because how would I know? But for some reason, I just know that nobody else cares. This one's fouled at the plate by Anthony Santander, leading off the bottom of the 6th. Just call it a hunch. Santander 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. Crawford is still out there, by the way. This will be his 86th pitch. So I tell you what, if Crawford's going to come out on 86 pitches, then I want Burnes out there. I mean, what are you saying? Your guy can go deeper than our guy? First of all, nobody's going deeper than Danny Mendick. That much is already known. 0-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled away. Oh, it's Friday? Oh. Is Heaven's birthday Friday, not tomorrow? Oh, my God. I'm going to have to rearrange everything now. I had all these plans. I had everything lined up and ready to go. Oh, you're kidding me. Ah, gosh. The 0-2 pitch is foul back, and we'll do it again. I mean, Friday, what? Depending on the time zone, I mean, I'm 12 hours ahead. Are you sure? Good Lord. I really thought I'd already heard the least interesting thing ever, but that really gives it a run for the money. This one's hit on the ground at first. A underhanded flip by Smith to the pitcher covering, and Santander is retired for the first out here in the bottom of the 6th. Oh, yeah, the Rays game. Right. Back to the topic at hand. Hope you folks tune in for the weekend. I tell you what, when it comes to playing at the Tropicana Field, that awful dome, I actually prefer to just hear a game over the radio than watch it. That ballpark, and I use the term loosely, it reminds me of back in the days of, what was it, the King Dome out in Seattle. Just the atmosphere, looking at it on TV, just puts you to sleep. Okay, Mullins is at the plate. First pitch was a strike, and the next one is high. So 1-1 count with one away and nobody on here in the bottom of the 6th. And the next one is high as well. 2 balls and a strike on Mullins. 5-1 Orioles. There has been no scoring since the since the 2nd inning. That's it. All scoring in the 2nd inning. This one's lifted in the air. Stay fair. Down the right field line, and it is foul. Landing in that walkway just to the right of the foul pole. Mullins just missing. Going deep. Thank you, Dolo Dave. But my thing is, if Heaven's birthday is on Friday, well, then what happens to, I have to go back and look. This one's hit hard on the ground, but right to the second baseman, and Mullins will ground out for out number 2. Hit hard. Mullins is hitting the ball hard, folks. I got to tell you. I'll see, and now I can't find the other one. I was going to say, if Heaven's birthday's Friday, then what about the other lady? And what do we do about her? Uh-oh. See what screwing around has done? It's gotten your boy in trouble. I better get back to where I was. Okay. Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah. Am I a crazy? Or am I just not able to remember anything? Am I insane? I don't know. This one is hit in the air to right from Mateo for out number 3 as the catch is made. 6 innings in the books. 6 innings in the books. Am I a crazy over here or what? When's her birthday? Yeah, when's hell's birthday? I don't know. Whenever it freezes over. I don't know. I tell you what, every night you never know what you're going to get in the Charm City chat. Just like a baseball game, folks. Every game is different. Every chat is different. Why not? Why did I move to Thailand? You know what? That might have to take the place for number one question asked. I just enjoy it out here. It's my speed. It fits my needs. A lot of different reasons. Pretty much all the things I care about, except baseball, are better for me out here. So now I got a baseball channel. I get the best of both worlds. I still get my baseball, and then everything else is to my liking as well. Hell is born every time you think of it. Well, Book Doc, damn it. I wasn't thinking of it until you just had me read that out loud. Now I'm screwed. 10 years old. All right. Yeah. 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 Yeah, how about that Rays game coming up on Friday? All right, top of the seventh. A bunt is laid down. Barehanded play by Urias, but no chance, and that throw was wild. Mountcastle able to keep it on the infield as Wong will reach with an infield single to lead off the top of the seventh. Good Lord, that is just about as creepy of anything that has ever happened in the history of me streaming. And I'm not even talking about just Orioles baseball. I do a crazy stream where all kinds of wacky things go on. But, yeah. We'll just breeze on by that little moment. Runner on, nobody out. Here's Dominic Smith. By the way, Burnes is still on the mound. And there's a called strike. Yeah, even for Baltimore standards, that was weird. John Waters is watching my stream right now going, man, that was weird. Ugh. I mean, the ultimate definition of TMI. Here's a swing and a miss by Dominic Smith, and the count is 0-2. Yeah, we're just going to cruise right on past that. That man is gone now. All right. 0-2 and a throw back to first. He's back. I love John Waters, by the way. Don't come at me. He's one of Baltimore's best legends. I think he represents the city perfectly. This one's in the dirt. And the count is 1-2 on Dominic Smith. How about them Orioles? Man, that was so weird. Favorite Waters movie? Are we talking pre-commercialization? This one is hit back to Burnes, and he's going to allow his momentum to take him all the way to the bag himself. Burnes with the unassisted putout at first base. Favorite. Because you understand that between polyester and then hairspray, that's sort of the border between the first half of Waters' career and the second half, which are two very different careers. So I feel like I have to divide up two eras of John Waters movies. I mean, Pink Flamingos is the obvious choice of the early era, and I guess it's Pink Flamingos. I guess it is. I mean, if we're talking about Multiple Maniacs, and we're talking about Mondo Trasho, and we're talking, I mean, some of the early stuff is really, oof. I didn't think you put out on first base. I put out on every base. Oh, yeah, female trouble. That's the other one. This one is a called strike. I better get back into the ballgame a little bit here, folks. We got a runner at second, one down for the Red Sox. Vaughn Grissom at the plate. Burnes just threw his 94th pitch. So it's time to empty the tank. One out here in the seventh, and the next pitch is low and away, 1-1. Then, yeah, amongst the newer ones like Crybaby and Hairspray, and you're probably going to cut it down. I actually like Serial Mom a lot. I think Serial Mom is pretty underrated. 1-1 pitch to Vaughn Grissom, and a bit of a lag there. It's low. 2-1 the count. Matt, I wish I could tell you. They have not flashed to the bullpen yet. I'm watching the Nesson broadcast, so they're probably less interested in letting the viewers know. But I would assume somebody's up. Just don't know who. This pitch is inside, and the count will go to 3-1 on Grissom. You got Coulomb up? All right. Well, we just issued a free pass. And Brandon Hyde has got some things to talk about. He's picking up the bullpen phone. Said about 3 words. Probably something like, Danny ready now? I'm no John boy, but I got a feeling he said, Danny ready now? And the bullpen coach said, not yet. And that's why Drew French is out to have a chat with Corbin Burnes. So it looks like we're going to have Burnes out here for one more batter. And I would assume, unless he gets a double play ball here, he's probably not going to finish this inning. He's on 98 pitches. Coulomb just in the stage right now of getting the earpiece and his hat ready and just been handed a bottle of water. So either he's done warming up or he's just getting started. I guess he's already ready already. Did I just say already ready already? Already ready already. All right. David Hamilton coming up to hit. Red Sox have 2 men on, 1 out here in the top of the 7th. It's been 5-1 ever since the 2nd inning. Let's hope it stays that way until the bottom half of this inning. The pitch. Called a strike at the bottom of the zone. 0-1. Hamilton hitting from the left side, but Coulomb, despite apparently available, going to be kept out there for now. There's a swing and a miss on a changeup, and Burnes is ahead 0-2. All right. That was a wild swing from Hamilton. Completely lost on that pitch. Let's put this dude away. Post haste. An 0-2 coming in. Outside, ball 1. I've ejected one person every game this week. I don't enjoy it. I really don't. I get no fun out of it. Wong is at second. Grissom is at first. But, yeah, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. The pitch is fouled back. Still 1-2. And by the way, props to my voice for hanging in there. When I woke up this morning, folks, at 4:30 a.m., I was really worried that I wasn't going to be able to do this today. Looks like I'm going to get through this. This one is in the dirt. 2-2 the count now. And Burnes is now up over 100. 103 pitches. I got a feeling this is his last batter, no matter what the result is. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 on. The pitch. Outside, ball 3. And this is it. Burnes You got one more pitch in you? Make it count right here. 104 pitch count. 2 on. Full count on Hamilton. Come on, Corbin. The pitch. Reach for, hit the left. This ball will be caught out there in the gap by Colton Cowser. Oh, that ball looked dangerous. That giant left field gap. And Cowser, the milkman, hearing the moves from the crowd as he's able to chase this one down. And the Orioles are 1 out away from getting out of the inning. Yeah, Matt, I have a feeling it's going to be that way indefinitely. That is part of the deal I made with the devil, doing a live play-by-play sports streaming where I interact with people watching along. Do you think Vince Scully ever had to deal with this? Imagine Vince Scully being interrupted to be told, hey, there's an actress no one ever heard of who has a birthday in a couple of days. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. It's the day after the day I thought. You think Vince Scully would put up with that? Are you kidding me? Oh, no, it's the moment of the game. I see. This is where I usually think now to do it first. Folks, there's 2 out and 2 on. You got Rafael at the plate, and unfortunately, I got to reopen the ball game because for some reason, it's about 2.5 hours into every game. I have to reopen it. It just won't stay on. Okay, it should be on in seconds. Hopefully, okay, here we go. 0-1 the count on Rafaela. And a check swing, and the home plate umpire points at Rafaela and says, you went. So here we go, folks. 2 strikes, 2 out. Let's hear it in the chat, folks. Let's get this final strike. The crowd in the park's making noise. Why aren't you? Burnes' 0-2 is reach for and swung on and missed. Burnes gets the strikeout, gets out of the jam, and hears it from the crowd. They know his day is done. Corbin, the ace, as the ump checks his hands for some sticky stuff. But, yeah, we're going to the bottom of the 7th, folks. It's stretch time in Baltimore. Oh, my God. Finally. That was the belch that was probably waiting for quite some time. We're in stretch time in Baltimore, folks. Let's get some cakes on the griddle. In a moment. Maybe. Kind of. Face green smiling. I got a problem with my emojis tonight. When it's time to change, you've got to rearrange. Folks, look. I knew that there was a chance that my voice might really be going through hell with this project that I've undertaken. But, yeah, I'm doing my best to try to get it back under control. Because, folks, when the voice is on, it is silky smooth. Puberty, I wish. Can I please go back to puberty? Can I have the hair on the back of my head back? Tell you what. I'm willing to transplant. What else? I don't know. Cakes are on the griddle. That's what I know. 7th inning stretch time. The Orioles ahead 5-1. That voice was beautiful. Such a beautiful voice. That's right. I'm like the Susan Boyle of online sports streamers. I just come out of nowhere and just knock you out with this beautiful voice. You can't believe it. The voice of an angel. All right. I'm okay. I'm okay. Let me see. The problem is I've got, I mean, honestly, not even a drop of water to like wet my whistle. I am bone dry. All right, first pitch to Ramon Arias is a called strike. Chase Anderson is out to pitch, the right-hander for the Red Sox. This is his 14th appearance of the season. He's had one spot start. Next pitch is high, 1-1 the count, and I can see already this screen is a couple of pitches ahead of me. That's why it's troublesome. There's a foul tip by Arias, and the count 1-2. Ramon arguing that that ball did not touch the bat, and now he asks for time. Yeah, folks, I made a point to go buy some tea yesterday at the corner store, thinking, you know, I'd have my pick of the litter. Just what brand, what flavor, what am I looking for? Guess what? 1-2 pitches outside, 2-2. No tea. I mean, no tea selection. I was utterly shocked. I mean, I know tea here isn't as big as some places. The 2-2 pitch is just a bit low, and the count goes full to Arias, leading off the bottom of the 7th. So I'm going to have to make a special trip to go get some tea. Pitch swung on and hit in the air to left. Backing up on it is going way back near the splash zone. This ball's gone. Bye, birdie. Ramon Arias muscling up and hitting one into the bullpen just to the right of the splash zone. That ball was crushed over 400 feet. Arias makes it 6-1. Finally, a little bit of action after about 90 minutes of not much. 6-1 here in the bottom of the 7th. Chase Anderson faces one batter and gives up a bomb. Oops. Here's McCann, and he gets into one right center. Shallow. A diving catch. Wow. Laying full out. Wilyer Abreu with a head-first diving sliding catch to rob McCann of a base hit. I mean, he looked like he was on a slip and slide after that catch. Slid another 10 feet down toward the infield. One away. Here's Gunnar. First pitch is off the plate, low and away. Well, folks, normally I don't do this, but since monetization is still on the horizon, this one's fouled away. You know, sometimes you need a special lucky. Swing and a miss. 1-2 on Henderson. That's better. Henderson 1 for 3 today with that grand salami. Called strike 3 at the bottom of the zone. Gunnar shrugs his shoulders and heads on back to the dugout. Yeah, don't spoil that I'm having a special lucky. I don't think anything was spoiled there, Card. I think Dolo is just talking about my extracurricular activities. This one's popped up by Mountcastle, foul behind the plate, 0-1. Mountie 1 for 3 tonight. A single back in the 5th. Oh, Dolo. Card is a very valuable member to the channel and just trying to do her job. Card's also under the weather as well, so Card's doing just fine. All right, this one's off the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, just a misunderstanding. We're all good. Okay, good. See that, folks? We're mending a misunderstanding, a way that the internet typically doesn't understand how to do. Isn't that great? We're figuring it out together. 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed by Mountcastle, and the count is 1-2. Hey, BW, when I go to the game, I'm going to have a sign that says bird watching in Bangkok, LOL. Oh, leave Bangkok out of it because, you know, A, I don't live in Bangkok, and B, this one's up the middle, a base hit, a hard ground ball up the middle from Mountie for his second hit of the ball game. Man, he is picking up the hits again. His average up to 283. Here's Ryan O'Hearn now. I mean, I know a joke sign would be great, but if you put up a sign, put up one that'll at least maybe get people to... Oh, it's a joke, but no. I like the idea. Bring a sign. Look, Wild Bill Hagee needed a little bit of help to become the legend he is. I'm going to need a little bit of help, too. I'm your Wild Bill Hagee of 2024, folks, whether you like it or not. So we need to make this legend grow. This 1-0 pitch to O'Hearn is a called strike, 1-1. I mean, I'm Wild Bill Hageeing it up out here in Thailand. Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the chat, Morgan Freelance. O'Hearn pops it up. Third base side foul ground. The catcher, Wong, makes the catch on the track for out number 3. 7 innings in the books. We go to the 8th. Orioles 6. Boston 1. 6 more outs to get, and we take the series. We come in today 4-1 against Boston, 3-1 against the Yankees, and then 1-1 against Toronto. So that makes us 8-3 in the division. We'll be 9-3 with this win. Looking good. Looking good. All right. We go to the top of the 8th. It's Orioles 6, Red Sox 1. And no, I won't be able to do this much, pretty soon, but I figure why not while I still can. All right. Sorry. Hey, if you enjoy the content, hit the like button and subscribe. That's what I'm saying. What's not to like? My God, I'm charming, I'm amusing, I'm intelligent. I've got baseball insight. I can throw in some other just completely off-the-wall topics for no reason and still hold it all together. I can deal with nutty people in the chat. What the hell else do you want from me, people? I've got everything. Good Lord. What do you want? Wings? You want me to grow wings? I don't know what... I got the hat? I forgot about the hat. All right. Let's take a look at the sub-screen while we're waiting on the top of the 8th. 964. 36, folks. 3 dozen. 3 dozen to 1,000. I mean, it's got to happen in the Tampa series, right? It ain't going to happen tonight. Got to happen in the Tampa series. I want it to happen in the Tampa series. Tampa. Or 36 of you right now watching can go, you know what? I don't want to wait because there's a day off coming up. Let me sign up now. Here we go. Top of the 8th. Danny Coulombe on the mound facing Romy Gonzalez, who's in there to pinch hit for Jarren Duran. So they bring in a righty pinch hitter against Coulombe. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed, 0-2. And I tell you what, if that's how Gonzalez looks against a Coulombe breaking ball, this at-bat is over already. What's up, Prods? Fouled away, still 0-2. Yeah. Yeah, listen to GP3. Get that out. Hey, booty smacker. Helping me out with some cough drop money. Some cough drop cash. I appreciate it. Here's a check swing off the bat of Gonzalez. Fouled away 0-2. Still the count. Thank you so much, Booty Smacker, for the super chat. By the way, folks, I haven't even mentioned that there's also memberships available to become a Magic member. Look below. If that's not an indication that what matters to me most is running a good channel, calling a good game, and keeping you guys entertained, I don't know how else to do it. I still got to sell the channel. 1-2 the count. Swing and a miss. Gonzalez goes after a knuckle curve on the outside and comes up empty, just as I thought. Gonzalez goes down. So that pinch hitter didn't work. Here comes the next pinch hitter. Garrett Cooper will now bat from the right side against Coulomb to replace Wilyer Abreu. This one's upstairs. Subs for dubs. That's right. Get a sub, get a W. Thank you, Baxter. Want to know the count on Coulomb. Swing and a miss. You know what I'm probably going to do, folks, on that first game, June 1st against the Rays. If we don't get to 100, I'm going to just beg everybody who's already signed up to just use a second account, use a dummy account, and get us to 1,000. I just want to get there on the first. That would be such a crazy run to get there that soon, on that date. This one's fouled away by Cooper. 1-2 the count. One out, nobody on here in the top of the eighth. The Orioles now ahead 6-1 after a solo shot by Urias in the bottom of the seventh. This one's popped up shallow center. Mateo goes out and makes the catch. 2 away. Ah, yes. Magic Members get special emojis. I might have to create a Mendick emoji, but I'm going to have to get approval from YouTube. Not sure what I can get away with, but obviously Charm City Chat wants to add a Mendick emoji, if possible. Rob Refsnyder at the plate. 2 down, nobody on. He's 0 for 3 today. Red Sox with just 3 hits on the day. This one's fouled back, 0-1. I tell you what, prods, hopefully they won't. Hopefully they'll just keep Mendick under wraps, you know? I like to keep Mendicks in a box. You know, just put it away, stow it away, maybe in the garage. Hey, thanks, Booty Smacker. And the thing is, I think I'd probably be there already, but it's all about, again, it's just a matter of people don't have the exposure to the channel. If you never see my thumbnail on your YouTube, how can you tune in? So that's what it's all about, folks. Team effort. Just, you know, if I'm not doing a good enough job, I'll let the results speak for themselves, and I'll take it on the chin. But there's a liner over the glove of the shortstop Henderson into left field for a 2-out single by Refsnyder. I mean, that just snuck over Gunner's glove. So that gives Devers up to the plate, but this is the spot you wanted to see him. Up one last time. The worst he can do is make it a 6-3 ball game. Otherwise, we should definitely be locking this game down. We need 4 more outs. Lefty on lefty. Coulomb versus Devers. First pitch is inside for ball 1. YouTube glitch. What glitch is that? Is there a glitch? Oh, Matt has a glitch. He doesn't know how to be a Magic member. This one's low and away to Devers. And the count 2-0. It should be one of the sort of like pill-shaped buttons. Well, I guess it depends on what kind of device you have. I'm always on a desktop. Yeah, Matt, try and join via a desktop computer if it ain't working on your phone. There's a swing and a miss, and the count 2-1 on Devers. Oh, booty. No need to ask permission. Folks, I'm begging you. If you got a way to, get the word out about me, do it. Honestly, that is the number one thing. Folks, if I can just get this channel to a comfortable enough size where I can just, get by. And believe me, it didn't take me a whole lot to get by. I'm used to getting by. But that's what I'm trying to do here. Just trying to get by. But if we can get to that point, the hope is for me to do this for the next 20 years. I'm 47 years old. I got 20 years, 20 seasons in me. And I'd love to do them all. We got a full count on Devers. Runner at first, 2 down. This will be the 20th pitch of the inning from Coulomb. And it's reached for and hit to the left side. Urias on the foul line, now going into foul ground, makes the catch. And that ends the inning, folks. 3 more outs to get. And we'll have one more trip to the plate as well. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's the Orioles 6. The Red Sox 1. Feeling more love in the Charm City chat again tonight. Every night I'm meeting new people. And folks, I'm telling you, look around. You're not going to find, as I'm doing some twisting, muscle stretching. I don't know why I'm calling them muscles. They're hardly muscles. Whatever it is. Ligaments. I'm moving stuff around, trying to get loose. What was I going to say? I don't know. I lost my train of thought. But I guess we're talking about channel stuff and still 3 dozen away. We're going to get there. Oh, that's right. That's right. Thank you, Janet, for getting me back on track. I mean, it's so true. Believe me, I spend time on other sports stream channels, and I've seen the activity in the chat, especially for streams that are dedicated to specific teams and just how much negativity can sort of just fester with these teams. I mean, I'll be honest with you, folks. I follow a Phillies stream and I follow a Yankees stream. Those are 2 of the best teams in baseball. They're both going to be in the playoffs. They're both going to be teams that we might have to take on in order to get to where we want to be. So I want to, kind of keep an eye on our enemy, if you know what I mean. And I go in there, like the Phillies yesterday. The Phillies have been fantastic, right? They had a game go 0-0 into the 10th inning, and the Giants walked it off because they scored on a sac fly that scored the ghost runner. And I sat there and I watched people typing in negative comments about the Phillies after losing a game like that when they've got like the best record in base. I'm like, you're fine. You're going to be fine. And Yankees, again, we had NYY Underground right here in our chat. Shout out to him. I mean, those Yankee fans were jumping all over Aaron Judge after 1 month of the season. Fast forward a few weeks later, they can't love him enough. Colton Cowser at the plate, and he gets into one to center field, going back on it, but with room right on the edge of the track is Rafaela to make the catch. Cowser with a long fly ball out here in the bottom of the 8th. As the Orioles get their last licks in at the plate, Anthony Santander 1 for 3 tonight. Single and scored. Back in that 5-run second. This one's drilled. Oh, man, that one looked gone off the bat, but now circling under it and coming in a little bit after being near the track is the right fielder there. Romy Gonzalez is out there now. Man, Santander off the bat. I thought that one was on the flag court. Your boy got excited. Hey, Dylan Tate is getting loose and will likely be your ninth inning pitcher in a non-save situation. Tate had some nasty looking stuff with that slider of his in his last appearance. Ced Mullins at the plate. First pitch to him is low and away. Chase Anderson still out there on the mound, by the way, for the Red Sox. Next pitch is inside, 2-0. Hey, thanks for dropping the link to the Discord there, Card. A win tonight will give the Orioles their 35th of the season, and that puts us right at the 1/3 mark. So guess what, folks? I told you, take all the counting numbers and multiply them by 3 to get an idea of what the projections are. So if the Orioles win this ball game, 3-0 pitch to Mullins is strike one, 3-1. If the Orioles hold on and win, that's 35 wins at the 1/3 mark. That is a pace for 105 wins. There's a called strike 2 on Mullins. So I think we're doing okay, folks. Had we lost this game tonight, we'd still be on pace for 100. The payoff pitch swung on and popped up behind the plate. Wong having a look, but it'll reach the seats by a few rows. Full count on Mullins. 2 down in the bottom of the 8th. Hey, Dominican Republic. Getting a shout out. How you doing there, Darren? Thanks for coming in. A lot of great talent coming out of the Dominican Republic over the years in Major League Baseball. Swing and a miss. Mullins goes down. And that'll do it for the Orioles here in the bottom of the 8th. We go to the 9th, folks. A 5-run lead. 3 more outs to go, and likely Dylan Tate will be out on the mound. Yeah, a big hello there to, where'd you go, buddy? Darren, out there in the Dominican. Darren spread the love there, too. Guys, if you really want to know what the dream is, other than just this channel continuing to go, I mean, as long as I can do it, that means things are good, right? I'm going to keep doing it as long as I can. I'm not going to get bored of it. I can tell you that much. But I think my number one dream is to get to a point where a current Oriole player, you know, is made aware of my presence and maybe checks in at some point or sends BW a message or maybe retweets a home run call I give or something like that. I just want to know that there's a player on our team that knows the BirdWatchers out there perched in his nest halfway around the world, getting up at crazy hours and basically dedicating his entire life to covering Orioles baseball until further notice. I'd love for one of those guys. And the thing is, I think it'll happen because I see a lot of these interviews with Cowser and Westberg and Gunnar, a lot of these younger guys. They're so, like, down to earth. Like, all these interviews, especially on the Ryan Ripken podcast, or when a player might do an interview on another show. Like I see Corbin Burnes make a couple of appearances on that show, Foul Territory. Everybody is really chill on the baseball team. So that would be my dream. Just for them to eventually get wind would be fantastic. It might be asking for a lot. Maybe I'm a little bit delusional. I don't know. But doing this in the first place took a little bit of a delusion, so why not keep going? Hey, first pitch of the 9th is grounded to third. Urias has it over to first, 1 away. Dylan Tate is indeed on the mound, and before you could blink, he's got an out. All right, now if David Rubenstein gets a wind of me, then I really know. I'll take the last guy. I mean, you know, the last arm in the bullpen. Somebody. Let Keegan Aiken give me a shout out. No offense, Keegan. Not to diminish your reputation or anything. 1 out here in the ninth. Dominic Smith takes strike 1. Next pitch is a little bit outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Promote away, prods. Promote away, folks. I got nothing to put into this financially. Just going with the few resources I have. This one's hit shallow left. Gunner will make the catch between Cowser and Arias as the 3 convene there in shallow left field for out number 2. Folks, 1 more out to get. Oh, my God. Maximus, can we never write that name in chat again? I know I was tough on that dude. I have zero interest in seeing him ever pitch again, but, I get it. Sometimes you have a bad first outing. Vaughn Grissom at the plate. The crowd is on their feet. And there's a first pitch strike for Dylan Tate at the knees on the outside edge. Folks, the Orioles moments away from grabbing the series. And then we're going to hit the road. This one's hit on the ground right side and through for a base hit. Vaughn Grissom, a 2-out single through the hole on the right side. So hold your horses, folks. Let me allow the opportunity to say a big thank you to the mods here in chat, like Christina. Christina, you've grown a last name. Where'd that come from? My, how you've grown. Hamilton at the plate, and he takes low and in for ball 1. Christina, Janet Hill, and Card Crazed, and also JJ. I got to actually remember his channel name. I'm sorry. Play Sports with JJ. This one's up the middle. A diving attempt by Mateo, but it gets through. A hit here, and now runners are at first and third. 2 down. Okay. Perhaps I should not be so cart before the horse. There's still a 3rd out to get, a final out to get, a 27th out to get, if you will. Let's lock in here and see this ball game through. Play-by-play with JJ. That sounds right. Thank you, Card Crazed. Play-by-play with JJ. Thanks to him as well. And is there a ball game going on that I might send you to after this? The Mets are done, right? And Fitzy's, I'm playing his team. Yeah, I don't think I can send you to anybody that I know. All right, here we go. Rafael at the plate. First pitch on the ground. Urias goes to second for the force, and they got him. This ball game is over. The Orioles wrap up the homestand with a victory. A very successful 6-game stand in which they won. What did they do? Or wait a minute. We are going on the road next, right? Am I losing my mind? The worst wrap-up in history. The White Sox were on the road. Who did we play between Boston now? Or the White Sox? Oh, Tampa is at home. Oh, my God. Folks, the BirdWatcher. Where's Booty Smacker? Booty Smacker. I know I might not be your type, but something on me needs to get smacked. We're not on the road. We're at home. This game off, this day off got me completely confused. Why do we have a day off in the middle of a homestand when in June we don't have any days off but 1? I don't get it. This is a weird schedule. Okay, so I completely blew it. Folks, we get a day off and stay at home. How about that? Jeez. All right. Sorry for all that confusion. Let's try and reset and figure this whole damn thing out from the top. Here it is. Referring to Friday night, by the way. By the way, Friday also... happy birthday to Heaven, whatever. This coming Friday, I think. It might be Thursday. I'll have to double check. I don't know. It's been a weird night, folks. But yeah, Friday, 7:05 p.m. first pitch. That sounds better than 635 to me. Just go with 705. Hey there, DDH. Good to see you. So I'll be on the air at 6:55 p.m. when it'll be Albert Suarez. Hey, hey, hey. He'll be on the mound. 2-0 record, ERA of just $1.50. A whip under 1. This dude rules. He'll be up against Aaron Savali for the Rays, our first appearance with Tampa. Boy, Savali, look at this ERA, 5.72. He's given up 11 homers already. That whip is pretty bad. Oh, man, we gotta. Okay, so we're going to get a day off, and then we're going to get this cupcake. All right, we better be ready. I'm calling it right now, folks. 8 runs minimum on Friday night, June 1st, and I want you guys to be here because not only are we going to win that ball game, we're going to get to 1,000 subscribers. It's happening, folks. Take a look. 35 to go. On a normal night, anywhere from 20 to 25 is a big, big night. So 35 is a huge ask, but I am going to get us there. Nobody's going to sub on a day off. Nobody ever does. That's a tough thing about a day off. But fantastic work. Thanks for all the new subs tonight, folks. Corbin Burnes is your winner. Kutter Crawford, the loser. A couple of home runs again for the Orioles. I'm sure they're still top in baseball with home runs. Gunnar with that grand slam. Can't wait to go back and watch that call. And, of course, Ramon Urias with the surprise solo shot. That's it, folks. The bullpen gave up a few hits over a couple of innings, but didn't give up a run. And, we finally are starting to get to the starting pitcher early in the ball game with a little bit of regularity. That's good to see. That 5 spot in the second really allowed us to exhale and just play our brand of baseball, see the win through. Corbin Burnes doing the job as the ace. There's one more look at the box score. And, hey, how about a golf clap for Ramon Urias? 2 for 2 with a couple of RBI, a homer. And I'm trying to figure out, he had to have had at least one other at-bat. Did he walk? Whatever. Urias was not retired tonight. That much is certain. So I'm going to give him player, as good as Corbin Burnes was, I'm going to give player of the game to Ramon Urias. Even though Gunnar hit that grand slam, I'm going to give the player of the game to Ramon Urias because why not? You know, he's a part of this team right now, and as long as he is, we want him to help us. And he did tonight. All right, folks, the BirdWatcher has spoken long enough. I hope you guys had a great time in chat. Thanks once again to the mods, also to the Magic members, and everybody who's signed up for the ball game. Come on back again tomorrow. Not tomorrow, Shante. Not tomorrow. Day off tomorrow. The BirdWatcher will be resting his vocal cords. But we'll be back on Friday night. All right? You guys have a good rest of your week, because next time I see you, it'll be the weekend. Everybody's working for it. We got the Rays coming into town. Let's take care of business now that I know it's at home. I can't believe it's a day off, a 3-game home series, day off, followed by a 3-game home series, and then you hit the road without the day off. Whatever. I don't get it, but that's what's happening. That's it from me, folks. Have a good night, everyone, and I'll see you on Friday night. This has been the BirdWatcher, and I'll chirp at you later. Good night, everybody.